applauding me, but hey, in close, if the future is going to belong to us, you actually get out there and work hard. So let's all.
Just a few moments ago, we got to sustain that as we get out to the polls, as we talk to our family members and friends. We can do this, right? Yes! You know, we are the ones who brought early voting to this state, and it has worked every single time for Democrats. How many of you remember 2004 and those long lines? Guess what? They're gone! So please encourage all of your family and friends to get out there and vote. Keep that energy up. You know, it's so important. Every vote counts. I won my first election by 6 votes after 3 recounts. Every single vote counts. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to talk to our family and friends. And women, everybody's been asking me, where are the women? You know, we've only had the vote since 1920. We have to keep it going. Let's go for a century, right? So keep working hard. We need you all to talk to other women and make sure the women's vote comes out. So important. And now it's my honor to be running for the 12th Congressional District against a guy who's been there a decade. It's time for him to go. He's voted himself 6 pay raises while we all are suffering here in Ohio. So we're going to pull together as a great team, and it is my pleasure now to introduce our team leader, our great Ohio Democratic Party chairman with his swear jar, Chairman Chris Redford.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman. Doesn't it have a nice ring to it? You cross the street, don't you feel sorry for those 4 or 5 people carrying those signs? This has been a great day. We've been all across the state of Ohio. We started up with the laborers up in Cleveland. Hundreds of laborers turned out. Made a stop in Akron. Here in Columbus, it's great to see so many friends. This campaign starts today. 35 days from now, we're going to gather together, whether in Columbus or Cincinnati, in Sandusky or Bucyrus, not as Democrats or independents or like-minded Republicans, but we're going to gather together as Ohioans and celebrate our great victory in re-electing the next governor, your governor, Ted Strickland. Your treasurer, the next treasurer, Kevin Boyce. Your Attorney General, the next Attorney General, Rich Cordray. Your Franklin County Clerk of Courts, Mary Ellen O'Shaughnessy. The Secretary of State and Court Auditor, the Hamilton County Commissioner, David Pepper. And we will send to Washington a partner for our great United States Senator Sherrod Brown with Lee Fisher. Now, a lot of the folks, maybe a couple across the street, they've been saying, well, we're up in the polls, we're corking the champagne. Last I checked, today was the first day of early vote, and today among registered voters, we're 3 points up for Governor Strickland. Who write the political obituaries of Ted Strickland do so at their own risk. We are well on our way, and today marks the future of our state with early vote. Join us in this effort. Take your friends to the polls all across Columbus right now. Today, there are 73 canvassers taking our message out to the neighborhoods, whether you're in Cleveland or Columbus, Coshocton, or Toledo. There are 34,000 volunteers. Thousands of phone calls made every day on behalf of this great ticket, and with your help, over the course of the next 35 days, we'll continue to do great things. Please welcome to the podium somebody who knows something about turning early vote, the great congressman from the Mahoning Valley, Congressman Tim Ryan.
Thank you. I came down here to make sure that John Boehner doesn't become Speaker of the House of the West. We've got some great candidates here with Paula, Mary Jo Kilroy, Steve Driehaus, John Bocherry, Betty Sutton. We got some great candidates all across the state that we're going to return to or take seats in Ohio for the U.S. House of Representatives. I want to make a couple of points to you here. In 1970, late 1970s, the top 1% of the wealthiest people in the United States of America controlled 9% of real income. Top 1% had 9%. In 2007, the top 1% controlled 23.5% of real income in the United States of America. We have seen over the last 30 years, since they started peddling this snake oil called supply-side economics, the middle class of the United States and Ohio has been eviscerated. We've lost it. And the only hope we have, and the only positive steps that we've been taking, is putting that man Ted Strickland in the governor's mansion and Barack Obama in the White House. Now imagine the world we'd be living in right now. If John McCain was president, if John Kasich was governor, if John Boehner was Speaker of the House, you'd be parsing off government. You wouldn't have health care. Insurance companies could come in and take over. Tuition costs would be up. There'd be no income tax. So what do the property tax levies look like in local school communities? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge election in the next 30 days, and tell me right now that you're going to help us win it. Tell me that you're going to help us put Ted Strickland back in the governor's mansion. Tell us that you're going to help us create an economy with windmills and solar panels and geothermal and clean energy and investments in education and a middle class in Ohio. I didn't plan on getting all of this worked up when I came down here, but I might as well. But I want you to know how important the next 30 days are, because we don't have an election day, we have an election month. And so there is no excuse for us as Democrats, after all the work we did in 06, after all the work we did in 08, we made history in this state, we made history in this country. We sent a signal to the entire world that America is ready to lead again. And if we don't solidify those gains, we will give the car keys back to this group that's been selling snake oil for 30 years. And so not only do we have to win, we've got to go out there with courage and not be afraid of what we believe in. We believe in investments in the middle class, investments in education, investments in research and development, and we want the prosperity that we had from post-World War II to 1980, where every single American can benefit from being an American, from being an Ohioan, from believing in their country, from moving forward, making investments, and making things happen in this state, and that's what Ted Strickland has done. Tell me one more time that we're going to do it